Hello guys, today in this video I will basically show you how to upload files to Google Drive, and also you will be able to download or delete all the four operations you will perform. You will read files from the Google Drive, we can download, delete, and we can even upload files. So this is basically a OAuth2 project where we will able to log in, log out inside PHP, and we are using Google Drive API client library of Google. And you will basically see I'm currently logged in. I am saving this access token and refresh token in the session variable in PHP, so that if I refresh this application it will land to me. And now if I click the logout button, I will simply log out. And basically if you see inside our root directory, a token.txt file is created. Inside this token.txt file we are basically storing our refresh token. So once again we basically log out. So now if I visit this URL, you will be able to see this button. First of all, connect me. So we need to click this button. As you connect, you will be able to select your Google account and whichever Google account that you want to log in. And then you need to grant the permission. So you just need to click on the continue. This is a new authorization flow that Google has launched in 2024. So you will see this authorization flow. And after you grant the permission, so you will have your brand new access token and refresh token will be saved. You will see token saved successfully inside token.txt. So now you will be able to perform the upload part, download or delete. So these are the list of files which are present inside my Google Drive. If you open it, you will see this is image file, JPG image file, which is present right here. So it is showing me the list of top 10 latest files which are present, and it is fetching. And we have download button as well. If I click this download button, so my file will be downloaded. If you see, the image file is downloaded, and we can even delete this file as well. So if I basically select a file here which I need to upload, let me select this screenshot 43.png file and click on upload. So what will happen, this image file will get uploaded, and after that you will see this file. You will see that this file is now be showing here. It is a uploaded. As I refresh my Google Drive, basically you will see that this file has automatically been uploaded. I uploaded this file, you will see that. So this image file is uploaded, and you can see you just uploaded 2:37 p.m. So this is actually the current time which is there. You can just cross check. So in this way you can upload files. And now if I want to delete this file, click on delete. So you will basically see that file will be deleted. So now if I refresh this, you will see that file screenshot 43.png file is gone. Let's suppose I also want to delete this file, which is image_202.jpg, and this is actual file here. If I want to delete this file, I will simply click the delete button. So this file will also get deleted. You will see that automatically this has been updated, and this file also get deleted. So now we have this file. So we can basically perform all the four operations. We are reading the files from Google Drive. We can download, we can delete, we can upload. And this is kind of a CRUD application, and we are actually using the Google Drive API client library for PHP. So if you just open just type here Google Drive PHP client library, it has its GitHub repository. We are actually using this in order to interact with Google Drive, and we are actually using this to actually do this process. So if you just write Google Drive API client library, so it has its own GitHub. Various API client libraries are there. We are specifically using this PHP one because we are developing a PHP application. So this is their GitHub repository. So we are actually using the composer command here. We have actually created our composer file, and then this is actually the full directory structure of the code right here. If you want the source code, and at the end of this tutorial I have given the link. You can purchase the full source code from PayPal in United States dollar or from Stripe in Indian rupees. So both the payment links are given in the description. After you purchase it, you can download the zip file from, this will be the zip file. You can download this from Google Drive after the payment, and this will include all the files which are there. You will see delete file, download file. These are the list of files which will be there. So now I will start building the project from scratch. So I will be seeing you in the next section. So now guys, you will basically see this will be the starting point of the application after you purchase the source code and download the zip file from the Google Drive. You will basically get this directory structure. So what we need to do is that you will get the full source code. I am just telling you how I created this. So I am just telling you, you will get the full source code after you pay. So here inside this, I have created this composer.json file. So there is a composer install command. You should have composer install. It's a dependency manager for PHP applications. Install this and it will actually create a vendor folder, and it will actually download all the dependencies which are mentioned inside composer.json file. It will actually download the client library for Google to actually interact with the Google Drive API for PHP applications. So it will hardly take 15 to 20 seconds depending upon your internet connection. So when it is done, I will actually write the index.php file here. So you can see it is installing all these modules. So in the meantime guys, I will show you, in every Google application you need to create a OAuth client ID. So just go to Google Cloud Console and you should create a project here. I've already created a project and I will simply go to APIs and services, and you first of all need to enable the Google Drive API because we are working with this. Simply click this option, enable API and services, and search for the Drive API. So you need to enable this API, which is this API. I have already enabled this. Simply click the enable button and then we need to create credentials. Just go to credentials options and here we need to create our OAuth client ID. So simply click it, and after this this will be a web application. Simply select, and here we need to authorize JavaScript origins. We need to add this. So this will be HTTP, which will be this will simply contain the address of localhost because you are developing this application at the localhost level. So just add this, and in the authorize redirect URI, so this will simply say in which redirect URI Google should redirect after the authentication is done. So this will simply include the base URL of your application. So my base URL is drive uploader. So whatever folder name that you are developing it, simply replace here. So my folder name is drive uploader. So I will simply click create, and then actually it will give you your client ID and the client secret. So we need these two information. So simply copy to clipboard. So now it has created the vendor folder. The command is completed. It has installed all the packages. So now I will actually make our index.php file just right here in the root directory. This will be the starting point, the application. So you are need exam control panel guys. So I've already started our Apache server MySQL. This is an open source software for developing PHP applications. So I have just started this server. You can just download exam. Simply type download exam, and simply you need to download just visit and install this for Windows, Mac or Linux. And after this guys, inside our index.php file, we will simply have an index which will simply say that PHP Drive API CRUD project, and here basically guys we are actually using Bootstrap. So we will simply include the CDN for Bootstrap after the title. I have already pasted. So inside this we will have our container class of Bootstrap, and inside the header tag we will have a class of margin bottom 4, and inside this we will have a heading which will simply say to the user upload file to Google Drive. So if you just open the application in the browser, just type localhost drive uploader, you will basically see this heading appearing right here. So after we do this, we will simply have our row class call md6 and here we will actually have a condition here, PHP code we will embed right here, and this condition will simply say that if the client get access token. So this function we need to create, guys, this client function we need to create. We are simply checking that if the access token is present, in that case we need to just process it. If the access token is not present, in that case we will actually show a button to the user in the else block. So we will simply say, we create a variable which is auth URL, and then we will simply say client, and this will be a function create auth URL. So this function exists inside the Google client library. So we are actually calling this function which will actually create an authentication URL. Here we can simply say to the user that please visit this URL first of all inside the anchor tag. So in double quotes, BTN primary is a bootstrap class. So this will be simply, it will be saying connect me. So just to the user that, so if you just refresh now, so what will happen, it will automatically detect that undefined variable client. Yeah, we just need to create this variable first of all. So right here at the top we just need to include the script which we will create. Just create the script called as upload.php. So here we need to create this script, guys. So we just need to include the script at the very top with the help of include once function, which is upload.php. So inside this upload.php script, guys, what we need to do is that we need to first of all include the base library which is present inside G drive, which is actual library we are including. So this file G drive, it's a class basically, and here in this class, guys, you need to paste your own client ID, client secret, redirect URI. I have already pasted my redirect URI, which is HTTP localhost drive uploader, which is my base URL of the application, and already pasted my client ID and the client secret that I created in the earlier step in the Google Cloud Console. So simply paste your own client ID, client secret in this file. After you purchase the source code, you just open gdrive.php file and paste this. And now come to upload.php, and after you do this, we will simply now create another 3 variables right here. So we again need to paste these 3 variables. I will simply, what I do, paste this information right here also, and just remove this public here because it's not a class, it's a simple file. So after you declare these 3 variables, we now need to require this vendor folder, and it contains our autoload.php. So autoload.php basically will load the dependencies for us. This autoload.php which will actually load the dependency which is Google Drive API client library. So we are simply including that. So after that, guys, we need to start the session. So this, we will store all the information in the session. So we will say session start. So this is actually a method inside PHP which will actually start the session for us. And now inside this we need to simply say, we will make the client variable. So this will be equal to new Google client. So this will actually create a new object, and inside this client we need to set some application, set application name. So let's suppose I give this application Google Drive API project. You can give any name of your choice. After that we need to give our set the client ID. This is the actual function, and we will pass our client ID which we created in the variable. Then we have a function which is set client secret. We will pass the client secret that we created in the variable. Then we have this function which is set redirect URI. We will pass the redirect URI that we created. So these three things we have actually passed this inside the function. Then what we need to do is that we will simply say client, and then we will simply set the number of scopes. So what information that we need to access. So we will pass a array, and this will be https www.googleapis.com/auth/drive file. This is the actual scope that we are passing. So it will actually allow all the permission. We can simply upload, delete, download. This is the actual scope that we are actually using. After that, we just need to simply say set access type. This is the actual function. Set access type will be equal to offline. So we will be requesting, we are storing the access token offline, and then client set approval prompt to be force. We will open the, we will take this information, take this access token and refresh token forcefully by using OAuth2. So this is why we are providing force here. So after that, guys, after setting all this information, if you now refresh your application, that error will not come. And now there will be this button out there, connect me. If I click this button, I will be redirected to our, this access code will be there. If you see, this is our access code which is generated. So now we need to handle this situation right here, guys. We need to simply handle this situation. We need to uh, get the access token by using the code variable. So what I need to do is that I need to simply so if you open a different URL also, for let's suppose we are doing it for a different, then also you will actually get your authorization code. Now we need to actually exchange this authorization code for a access token. So now what we need to do, we will add this condition that if is set $_get, and we will actually get this code variable which is present in the code in the URL. And if it is present, in that case we will simply say fetch access token with authorization code. So we can even fetch the access token with refresh token is that, because if the access token is expired, in that case we will fetch the access token with the refresh token. But here we will need to fetch the access token with the authorization code. So if function is present right here, and here we need to pass our authorization code right here. After that, we will simply set our session variable of token. We will make a variable, session variable, which is a, we will set get our access token. So get access token, this will actually get our access token from the authorization code. So after we do this, guys, we now need to redirect the user back to the home page. So what I will do is that I will simply create a variable and simply type here http : and then concatenate our base address of the server, which is http host and here we will simply concatenate php_self semicolon. So now we just need to header. This will simply redirect the user to that page. So we will simply concatenate. Here we will use filter and we will simply redirect it to this like this. And in the second parameter, we just need to sanitize this. So we filter sanitize URL, that's all. And then simply return. So what it will do, guys, basically, if you refresh your application, try to click on this. So it will basically generate an access token. And we also need to store our refresh token in a different token.txt file. For doing this, we also need to add this condition, which is if the access token is present in that session, we will set the access token client underscore, and it actually contain a method which is set access token. We will take the access token from the session and we will simply set the access token to the client. That's all. Now what we need to do is that we need to simply in our index.php file, we actually need to create a URL, sorry, after, okay, if you see, if you echo out this authorization URL, just refresh your application. Upload file to Google Drive. So here basically it is, if I just echo out our session, so it is evaluating this condition, evaluating to true. So if I want to take our, just echo out the token, I can simply echo out the token like this. If I refresh now, you will basically see this warning coming because it's a array. We need to convert this into a string. So access token is present, so we need to simply write here access token. That's all. And now it will basically print out the access token, undefined arrow key, which is access token. Sorry, let me. So this means that we are actually currently logged in. So if the access token is present, we need to save this information in a file. So what I can do is that right here in this, first of all, we can actually take this, just wait. So now to save this access token and refresh token in a file, we now need to create a variable which is session token, and then we can simply say client get access token. So if the client underscore get access token evaluates to true, in that case we will store the access token inside our session variable. So after we do this, we will have a condition right here which is set if the session contains the access token. In that case, we will simply echo out the access token. So we will say we need to extract the access token from the session like this, and then we can echo out in a paragraph, which is paragraph. You can simply say this is our access token. So this is just an application of our access token. After you got the access token, you can do virtually anything with Google API. So token access underscore token, this is, and then we can concatenate our paragraph, close. So just refresh now, and this is, now you can see this is your access token. This is a large string. This is currently you are logged in, and you have successfully exchanged the authorization code with that access token. And after doing this, we can even have our this. We can basically store our, by using this function file put contents, and we can create a file in the root directory token.txt, and here it will actually store our refresh token. So this refresh token is having this property refresh underscore token, so semicolon, and if the token is saved, then we can simply say to the user that echo out that refresh token saved in file. So what will now happen if you refresh? Basically there will be a token.txt file. It will be created instantly and it will be saying okay, I think token.txt file is created, but it doesn't contain anything. It is saying that if I open our index.php file, sorry, upload.php file, save token, refresh underscore token. Basically, access token contains both the access token and the refresh token. And I think we need to do this for a different account, guys, because we haven't implemented our logout functionality. So if I do this for this application, now you can see that it will have access token. This is your access token and refresh token saved in a file. And if you now check our token.txt file, there will be this refresh token which will be saved right here. And the usage of refresh token is that after your access token is expired, it will be exchanged by refresh token. Your new access token will be generated using this refresh token. So we have saved this refresh token. In this way you can do this, and now we can even implement the logout functionality as well. Let's suppose you want to log out from the application. So what we need to do, so just go to your index.php file and right here we will actually have a button which will be able to log out the user. So just right here, after we have this connect me button, there will also be a logout button which will also be there. Token saved, yeah, I think yes. I think you can client underscore, yeah. So here we can put our form right here. You can just put a logout button as well just after this, yeah. So we can basically have a div tag which is row. These are bootstrap classes. So we can simply have a simple form method action will go to upload.php, and method will be a post method, and encoding type will be multipart form data because we are uploading a file. So here we will have an input type of file and we will be giving a name parameter to it of uploaded underscore file, and this will be required, and we'll give it a class of form control which is a bootstrap class. So if you refresh now, there will be a simple form available where we can choose the file, and after this we can simply say a button will be there which will be upload file, and this button will be having a class of btn success, and button type will be of submit. You will basically see there will be a button added upload file, and then we will simply be adding a table as well where we will show this information. So let's suppose we have having this logout button as well. Yeah, I think here, just right here. So if condition was there right here, we can add this logout button right here. Basically, if you refresh now, there will be a simple logout button will be added right here. So we have simply added a logout button right here just after we save this refresh token in a file with the help of a echo statement. We have given bootstrap class btn danger, and we have just given a href attribute. So whenever we click the logout button, it will actually question mark logout. It will go to this. Now we need to create a simple PHP code for this PHP script inside our upload.php. We just need to write this condition, which is this code for the logout functionality. So inside this, we will simply have if is set, and we will simply say if the request is having logout attached to it. So whatever text that you write here, question mark logout. So whatever text that you write right here, we will be adding this. We are simply checking that if this is present in the request, then this PHP code will execute. First of all, guys, what we need to do, we need to clear out the session and destroy it. So how to destroy it? We have a function which is unset, which will actually clear out the information which is saved in the session. So we will provide the session token. So our access token and refresh token will be destroyed, and we will simply say client revoke token. So revoke token, it will your access will be revoked. And then there will be a function session to destroy, session underscore destroy. This will destroy the session, and then we will redirect the user back to the home page. So http server http host and we'll concatenate php underscore self. So just put a semicolon right here, and let me say dollar underscore server, and then we will simply use the header function to actually redirect the user to this page location, and then concatenate filter var function, and here we will simply pass redirect. That's all. So this will simply handle the, and here in the second parameter we need to sanitize filter sanitize URL, and then we will simply return from this function. That's all. So this will now handle our logout functionality. If I refresh, click on logout, so I will be redirected back to the home page, and here it is showing the authorization URL. And if I click to connect me, now we need to simply go to the authorization flow once again, grant the permission, simply click continue, and now I will be there in the access token is generated, refresh token is successfully saved in file. So this you can do this for any application, any account. This is my separate account here. This is a separate account. If I click logout, click on connect me, and it will once again, you need to select the account and grant the permission, and then you need to, your access token is now saved in a separate file which is token.txt refresh token. And now after all this information is saved, guys, now we can actually perform our upload process, upload the file using the access token. So we have using this upload.php as a endpoint whenever we submit the form. So whenever we click our upload file button, we are actually making a method post call to this call, which is script upload.php, And now inside this upload.php, we need to actually write the code for actually uploading the file. So for now, we will now be handling our post request. So we will simply say if $_server, and if the request_method is triple equal to post in that case, and also if the variable is set, which is $files, we have given a name parameter to the input element, which is uploaded_file. If both these conditions are met, in that case we will actually upload the file first of all. So we will actually get the name of the file, uploaded file, and then we will need to simply check for the error. If no error is there, upload error OK. If no error is there, in that case we will define a directory where the files will be uploaded. So we will define a directory, upload directory. This will be simply upload slash. So here we need to create in the root directory, just create a directory called as uploads. So here inside this uploads directory, our files will get stored. After this, we just need to basically upload this. So we can simply say here upload path, and this will be upload directory, and then concatenate the base name function we will use, and $file name. We will extract the base name from this path, and then we will use the move uploaded file method to actually upload the file to the server from the temporary location, temporary name, and then to the uploaded path. That's all. So if this succeeds, in that case we can simply say to the user file uploaded, and now we can send this path. We can just, so we can basically make a new constructor of gdrive class, new gdrive class that we created, and because we are actually at the very top, we are including this file gdrive.php, and this is actually a class, so we are actually making a new object of this class. And when we do this, we will actually call this constructor. This class will have call this constructor. So we are actually doing this. So after we make this constructor, so what we need to do, inside this function we basically have a method which is file request, and this will be upload path, and gdrive, and it contains a function which is initialize. And if you see in gdrive.php, we have this initialize function, and we are actually calling this function, and this will in turn call the process file function, which will actually carry out the upload process. So you just need to do this, and it will redirect the user to the home page after uploading the file index.php. That's all, and then exit out of the PHP application. That's all. So now our upload process is complete, and now if I check, if I try to click on choose file, and let's suppose I want to upload this file screenshot 23 png, click on this button. So what will happen right here, after you upload, just refresh your application. I think we forgot to press our so nothing happens. Let me check guys why it doesn't recognize. If you check the uploads directory, our file is not uploaded. So I think I'm doing something wrong here. If I check my form, button class, button type is submit, upload file. We are actually making action is upload.php. Just paste right here. Method post action is upload PHP, encoding type multipart form data. Input type is equal to file. Name is equal to uploaded underscore file. So this is the name parameter that we have given. And if I check the upload PHP, we are simply checking right here. If you see, if the request method is post, I'm making a very slight mistake, guys. That's why it is not. So what I will do is that I will copy paste this code right here just to not waste your time. This can be just a typo mistake which is happening. So if I try to paste this, let's suppose log out and again restart, connect me, and now click choose file button and upload file. Just wait, guys, let me check what is the problem. Guys, there was not a problem. I failed to include this code right here in my index.php. That was a mistake. So you can see it is all the same code right here. And now if I try to refresh the application, I'm currently logged in right here and try to click on choose file button. And as I click my Google Drive, you will see this much of files are present right here. So now if I want to upload a file, click on choose file button, and let's suppose I want to upload this file, screenshot underscore 43.png file. Click on upload file, and after some time nothing happens, but if you check right here, my file will get uploaded. So this is screenshot 43.png. So this file is automatically gets uploaded, guys. So you will see that, and in this way you can pick any file. Let's suppose this file, click on upload file. It's a JPG image file. You can pick any video, PDF, image, any file that you want to upload. And now you can see this file is also gets uploaded. And now we will actually add buttons to actually download the file and delete as well in a table like structure. And let's suppose I want to display 10 files in our, just after this form we will actually have a bootstrap table, and just right here after this form is there, just after the form we will actually have a div element, and we will say row empty4 and div call md6. These are all bootstrap classes, and we will say latest files. This will be coming from the drive, Google Drive, whichever files are present. So table bordered and table head, and we will have 3 columns right here, which is the ID of the file, which will be useful for actually downloading and deleting it, and then the name of the file, and then the mem type, which is the extension, and the modified time. So these 4 properties we can actually grab of each file, and after this we will have table body tag, and inside this we can basically call our PHP script, which will We have created this PHP script, which you will get after you purchase the source code. This file, you just need to call this file listfiles.php. So I made these files, guys, because in every project you need these source code. It's a very common source code, and if you just make this change right here, automatically by magic, after you refresh now, you will basically see the list of table. So you, alongside with the download button, if I click the download button, that image file will get uploaded. You will see that 80.6, and you can download any file. This is actually a zip file. You will basically see it get downloaded. You will see zip file. It is basically showing the top 10 latest files which are present in my Google directory. And let's suppose you can see all these files. So it's a screenshot 43. Now let's suppose if I click the delete button of this, that file will get deleted. Just check, that file gets deleted. Let's suppose I also want to delete this file also. So that file also get deleted. You will see that. So in this way you can delete, download, and you can basically, we are actually calling this script which you will get after you make the payment. So the link is given, listfile.php. So we are actually just checking first of all right here if the token is present, and then we are actually making a HTTP call to this endpoint, and we are actually using curl library. This is the full PHP script. In turn, we are just calling delete file as well, and also download file. So basically we are actually using this parameter which is called as file underscore ID. With the help of this parameter, we are actually downloading the file and also deleting the file. So for this, we are actually using curl in PHP to actually make HTTP requests to the backend Google Drive API, and actually we are passing access token, which we are having this access token which we are currently logged in. So this is the full project, guys. If you like this project, the link is given. You can directly purchase the full source code. You will actually get this full directory structure, and you will get a zip file. You just need to extract the content, and then you just need to go to G Drive and just paste your client ID, client secret, redirect URI, and also go to upload.php as well. This file here, we coded this file, so you also need to paste this information also right here. So at these two places. So this is your application, guys, and hopefully you will like it. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will be seeing you in the next video.